Okay.
Our challengers have passed the first trial, but they're still a long way from the
Yeah.
title. New challenges. Ah, we'll see how long you can last.
Okay.
Glory will be mine.
Holy shit, we're getting them too? Alright. Let's do it.
I will wear your skull as a trophy.
Oh fuck, I didn't even see that. I should have. What rewards you get for 3k score? Oh, I'm an idiot, I got hit again. Reading chat. The rewards you get a, fuck. Like, I think it's like a feat of strength or some shit, right? Oh yeah, 278 conduits, yeah. That would be really good. I mean, like, having 278 conduits would be good. But, like, it's a lot of work to get a 3k score. Like, I'd have to do it all the time. Like, I would rather do 2.4k arena. I'm a lot closer to that, and it's also something that I think I'm better at arena than I am in Mythic Plus.
You had best make this interesting. Fall before the storm.
I'm not like a god of arena or anything like that. I'm just like okay. But Mythic Plus is like there's a lot of knowledge you need to have for it.
Fight for glory. My blade knows no equal.
You guys a lot easier? No, I don't think it's hard because like really it's just it's exactly what we've been doing, right? It's just a bunch of plus 20s. fuck.
Show me what you can do. My blade knows no equal.
I think it's just better if he gets the buff anyway.
Can you match my strength? That was a good. Another trial town. Looks like we might have some real contenders here.
How's Kel'Thuzad's server pop right now? Kel'Thuzad is not amazing. Tank damage? What was that? That's nuts. That's a lot of damage. Holy fuck. Mythic Plus has grown, rating has grown since Legion.
Look what we have here.
I think
Fresh meat.
I think a lot of people like Mythic Plus. Like, I've never been like a huge fan of it. And actually that's not even really true. I used to like doing Mythic Plus a lot in Legion. Dude, I don't even know what happened to me. I honestly, like, I literally have no idea what happened. Buff when you're not taking him seriously, extended period of time. Yeah, it really is. Plus is better in my opinion because they're so unbalanced. I mean, like, maybe, I don't know. Jeez, this shit is intense. Oh my god. It just goes on and on. This crazy boss is only at 50% health. Do you believe that?
Chop you up. No mistake.
Oh yeah, fucking right, man.
Chop you up. Slash you to pieces. Gonna chop you up. Catch something good. Slash you to pieces. Open you up.
Jeez, this guy is a dick sucker, man. Oh my god.
Slash you to pieces.
Jesus.
Better. Incredible! Our challengers have conquered the trials and advanced to the final round! Return to the central chamber. It's time to begin the main event!
Need 9%. Okay. I'm assuming this will be good.
Soldiers of Maldraxxus! Are you ready for some carnage? Our rising stars now face the
Cute.
longest
Maybe, yeah.
champion the theater of pain has ever known.
I don't want to be like a liability, you know?
The endless emperor!
That's the only thing, is because like a lot of these fights, like I don't really know them very well.
At long last, a worthy contender.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, like
And
oh, about other games? Yeah, probably I'd be down, sure. The difference is like right now, like yeah, my damage isn't like super good. Yeah, I mean, it's not super good, it sucks, right? But the difference is like it's not causing us to lose. You see what I mean? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Stupid.
my magic reaches beyond your mortal ken. All whom you have slain, cry out for vengeance. You shall be swept into oblivion. Reality turns its ire against you. My magic reaches beyond your mortal ken. Reality turns its ire against you.
Got his ass.
Must
Asmongold the Cryptic, holy shit.
Zackrawrr has been defeated! I can hardly believe it! All hail the
Fuck
new
yeah.
champions of the arena! Victory and glory are yours! May you fight forever! More walkers!
How many more do I even need? Necrotic Wake and Sank. Those are the only two. That's Sanguine on my pally. Okay, yeah, I'm down for that. If you can heal. Sanguine's a fun one? Oh, fuck. Do you already have the Necrotic Wake mount? No, I don't. So for me, GG's. Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. I'll get somebody else. Yeah, if you want to give me lead. Actually, I think you know Yummy, so you can just invite him. And then I can get another DPS if you want. But yeah, like I saw this, where is it? If you'll get Mythic Plus, look at this. Isn't that nuts? Mythic 25 and up, like Demon Hunters and then like Druids are just fucked. Check DPS. Tank. Dude, Prot Warriors, look at that. The thing is, like, Blood DK is just, Blood DK is so good because you have Death Grip, the Mass Grip. We just need one DPS. And if you have the Necrotic Wake, we can just do both of them. Yeah, sure, if he wants to come. I'll give you lead. Yeah, if not, you can just invite whoever you think is good out of that list. Where's Wisecatch? Because he got broken item talent. I feel like Warrior was pretty decent in Legion. It wasn't like... The problem also is like people get better and better and better. And so the differences in performance matter more. That stuff? Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw he tweeted about that. I hope Wrath Classic is fun. The only raid tier I really want to do is Old War. I didn't do Warrior sucks in TBC. What do you mean? Warrior's like the highest DPS in TBC. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, talks about 10. Yeah. I heard Feral's really good. So how's it going? Chilling, dude. Just trying to get the last 2 done. Dude, I thought I couldn't kill Brutalis out of the warrior. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. It was a very decent raid, decent Mythic Plus. I heard that it was bad. Okay. Did you buy a seasonal dungeon mount? That's what I'm trying to get. I need this one and another one. Do you have the Gambit mount? No, I haven't. Where's probably best cosplay ever expansion? It's either great or terrible. It's no in between. I don't like right now. Warrior is. I actually think that Warrior is pretty good to play. Like the rotation and everything. I don't think it's that bad. The only thing that I don't like is I don't like having to Whirlwind as often. I wish that this talent was baseline. Like it would be, I would like it more because it's like you have to use Whirlwind and it's like, it's just, it's such a bad ability. Go that talent with Deathmaker and 4-piece. Blizzard needs to find a way to make melee DPS relevant again, because range are better in every way. The problem is like... It's like the skill cap in the game is so high that making melee DPS do more damage, right? Which is what basically you have to do. Then you just can't, you can't do anything, right? Because you're only going to bring melee at that point, because melee just do more damage. So you have to make them do equal damage, and it's like only a certain, like a very small amount of people would play melee at a very high level because range is just easier. Looking at my warrior for speak for Wrath. Oh yeah, warrior is really good at pretty much everything in Wrath. Like it's a top 3 DPS in pretty much every tier. Yeah. I tried Prot. Actually pretty good to run and play. I would probably play it, but I don't really know how to do it. Do slightly more damage overall. Higher difficulty of playing it. I think that it, like, maybe it's just like a matter of... Maybe it's a matter of, like, having less abilities where ranged is the, where range is the default. And, like, less abilities that happen inside of melee. I think that's a pretty big factor, too. Is this guy here? Oh no, he's in. Way too many mechanics push melee out. Yeah, yeah, and so I think that's kind of what the problem is. It could just be like the mechanics of the of the game. What does this cap out at? This 262? $272? Okay, so all right, I don't want it. It was more fun interacting than monotonous. Yeah. No Wrathwatch King beta. Voice. I'll join Discord with them if they want. I'm down to do whatever. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking sweaty. Okay. Alright, let me join Liquid Discord. There we go. It'll probably drag me in a minute.
He's in here. Let's get it.
Hold up.
Let's get it.
Max likes to deplete Sanguine, so I'm gonna do a 21.
That is
in case
incorrect.
He messes it up.
Bone Bobby's an absolute machine. Oh, battle shot, by the way.
Yep. Is this a hard one?
We'll be fine.
It's a lot of like random stuff that'll kill you. Like I actually did this for this dungeon for the first time on like a 25 or something a couple weeks ago, and I got banged by so much stuff actually.
It's insane how many abilities, like if you're not paying attention, just like fucking one tap you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's especially true in Shadowlands. Like,
Are you stopping here, by the way?
Yeah. Do we have a vent here, by the way?
I'm not bent there, no.
Okay.
Be alright. These traps on the ground hurt big.
Yeah, there are a lot of traps here, so be careful.
Aren't there like frontals on this pole or something?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
like
it's
on the
the
outside of
images.
them, though. He's like pointing everything towards the wall.
Oh, spiteful.
Max loves Spiteful.
Yeah, spiteful's huge. I actually really hate it now.
Hold on, let's kill
Can
this
we
shit
not
real
do
quick.
this because we have to kill this guy? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see
Yeah,
that.
we can skip right after.
They could have definitely invited this lock. Do you know this lock?
No, he
Hasn't
just showed up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He just showed up.
You want to grab the tick kicks, right? Bubbling you, bud.
You guys want to try higher keys? We can even try higher ones.
Oh, I guess
Are you just going for your ports?
Yeah,
Probably
I
going
just
for
am
the
trying
ports.
to get the ports and then I'm fucking done.
With boss after this, or is this the last one? Or are you gonna do the last?
Oh, we could actually. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Oh, I just used my cooldowns because I. Oh.
Okay.
Just make sure to. Yeah, you can chain this though. That would be lit.
Yeah, go.
Good old Frosty case.
Yeah, just get me in there, man.
I just got clocked.
Just got banged. Yeah. Probably wait to pull.
Just take it.
I-
Just take
I-
it.
He's up. He's up. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't even have a reser anyways. Might as well. And drums too.
You know how this boss works, Asma?
I think you stand in front of him or some shit.
Yeah. When he charges, you just hit him with sand in front of him. All good.
Yeah.
Kick the burst. Never fine. Just heal, man.
Take the first nowhere fight.
That's a healing mechanic.
Yeah, the woe.
Yup.
Just full healer mechanic. Dude, you are fast as hell. How are you just that fast?
We
I
got
mean, you're
one.
not fast too.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What do you guys think about more affixes like having woe, where you just move faster more often?
I think
I feel like having
anything
something like
that,
this is really nice.
Anything that makes each dungeon run different is good. Like, even if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
something small, like a patrol. But the problem is, like, I feel
Yeah.
like most things that make dungeon runs more interesting are, like, directly contradictory with things that are, like, good for competitive content, you know? Because it's, like, random.
I think the
Not always,
competitive
though.
the competitive content will always be there though. Like even if
Yeah.
it's because if it's ever like too easy, it'll just about it being fast. I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah, it's a classic WoW.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you can
actually.
always artificially make it harder.
Yeah, exactly.
yourself.
Classic WoW's like turbo easy, but the way they make it competitive is they just do tons of speed runs. Where like speed running is actually non-existent. No one could ever care on retail.
Yeah, I remember, like, you guys did that one speed run at the end of BFA, and it was actually pretty cool, but I feel like the excitement isn't there in the same way it is for, like, classic WoW, because it's like the spectacle of watching Vale die in 10 seconds is just really interesting for people.
I also think that the race world first just dwarfs it. Where it's like the race world first is just this giant thing, and then it's like, how could you care about a speed event that the top... Also, the top guilds have never cared about them, too. That
Yeah.
also matters.
Yeah, I think if you guys cared about them, like, it would, like... other
I
people
promise
would
you,
care.
actually, because I went from like both sides of this too. Like if classic had like this super like you're seeing new content, like takes a week plus for like a lot of people to do it, that would be the interest and the focus instead of the speedrunning and farm. Because the same thing happened in this game. How big, Mr. Dork?
Just right here.
Okay.
Use whatever kicks you guys have. Yeah, we still.
Are there frontals?
No.
They're just
Shell
swirlies,
cast.
that's it.
Yeah, Asmon, you said you used to be good at the game 10 years ago. Right?
Could be 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you notice you weren't as good?
Probably in BFA, like, I would say. And I think it's like I noticed that I wasn't good, and then it was, yeah, probably somewhere around BFA. But I
Do you think it was just
also-
a passion with the game thing?
It's probably like a bit of like probably 5 different things where it's like I'm distracted more like streaming, because like I don't know about you, but like it's like way harder to focus on WoW now that I'm older, because I'm like thinking about like other shit like all the time, and so that might be a factor too.
I hope that never happens to me.
I mean, well, you've been streaming and like doing content for like a short amount of time. There's definitely always weird stuff with like incorporating your main passion and hobby in your job, right? That's
Yeah.
probably a little bit of what he's talking about, but and like you haven't done it for
I'm a
as long,
baddie.
but
I'm 2 years into
I mean,
this.
it's already
Yeah.
starting to happen to a lot of streamers, to be honest. Like a lot
I mean, it
of us who
happens.
stream and play this
It's
game.
unavoidable. Not even in streaming. It's literally in your life. Like when you get a job
We're
that
getting
ha-
old. God damn.
yeah, when you get a job that has to do, let's just say you're like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of a good thing, like a music teacher or something, and you just love music as a kid, but then like getting in the weeds of it or working in the music industry can totally take your love for music away,
Yeah.
depending on the thing. Just random shit like that.
It's like you work at Wendy's and you used to love Wendy's, but after you work there, you fucking can't stand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I think like streaming, it's like that's kind of what happened in like BFA, because I was raiding in like old year, And then, so I would like stream WoW for like 6 to 8 hours, and then I would end stream and then raid, because I needed a break to get like food and everything. So it was like 10 hours of like mandatory WoW time, and it's a bit much, you know? And it's like, I would play the game that much, but like, it's different whenever you have to.
How big, Mr. Dork?
Pulling out. Let's get Woe here too.
Into the lantern? Okay.
Just right here, just right here. Yeah. We don't have a lantern.
I have aggro and everything. Can you watch me?
Oh, that's okay. They don't do anything there. They're just a bunch of casters.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Little frosty.
Yep.
Just does 80k DPS. I have aggro on everything.
Yep. That was also okay. So I ran into that as well. So when I went from like raiding and doing the world first stuff to like doing the 21st man thing, that is by far, I'm actually getting it back now. But like for the first year after that, even when we were winning, like it was just for sure I could tell like part of my love for the game was gone. But it was like it was like for a good reason, right? You're like doing it to win, which matters and stuff like that. But like I could definitely like was hard fighting with myself about like still playing the game outside of it and stuff, but you have to.
I thought the 21 man thing was a really good idea. Like, were you guys the one that first did that?
We're the people who popularized it.
Yeah.
It was done in like lower ranked guilds over time, but it was like the first time it was done on like the big stage to do it to win.
Yeah, I always thought that was a good idea, but like, yeah, it must kind of suck because like you can't really play or anything. You just kind of got to watch the whole time.
That part's fine, actually. This is actually an interesting conversation because like it didn't when I first did it.
Yeah.
I actually loved it because you could actually do so much more as a raid leader. Like you could. I've never been able to do more to like help carry the team to win than the first time that happened. But since then, it's felt a lot worse actually because just as things improve over time, now you also have like everything's being automated in weak auras. Like before, when I used to be able to like improvise and change things on the fly and just be able to like have me really matter, like what I'm good at. Now it's like, let's take a 30-minute break and like make a weak aura that automates that. And that's just like giga lame and like super not fun.
Dude, like I don't know. Like, how do you feel like, I mean, obviously, like, I'm sure you've heard kind of like what my opinions are. And like, what do you guys think about having all the combat add-ons? Because like, in my opinion, I feel like they kind of make the game like artificially harder for people.
Yeah, I think we all pretty much universally agree that, well, it's tough because it's very hard. Maybe you could say you could draw the line, but like I really love being able to customize your UI in WoW.
Oh,
I
really agree with that.
Being able to do some of it.
Well, yeah, I've said the same thing too, though. Like, I don't mind the customization. I just feel like the combat add-ons are the issues.
Because
it's like it's starting to become a thing in M+2. It's not just raid.
Well, it's like now you guys have these add-ons. Like, I mean, obviously I pay attention, right? And like you guys have add-ons where it shows you like every ability that every class casts at like a GCD rate, which is insane. Like that amount of like knowledge to have is like just so useful.
Yeah, I mean, I just started learning Mythic Jailer. I didn't do progress this tier, but our guild's re-clearing it.
Yeah.
And like, there's just literally a weak aura that puts a map on your screen and has all the different holes. And it's like, you go in the back left. And it just like,
and here's part of the issue is that boss. Progressing that phase without that would have been unbelievably challenging. Like I mean, it would have taken like that's just definitely one of the mechanics you can point to where if Blizzard ever says that like, you know, you can do everything in this game without an add-on, that's like kind of objectively false with that. Like, yes, it's possible, but like it would be nerfed before it was ever cleared situation.
Yeah. Well, that's what he means by why it makes the game harder for people, right? Because
no, 100%.
You don't have a choice if you want to do Mythic Jailer.
It's
like, imagine showing up to a cutting edge guild and being like, guys, sorry, I don't have use weak auras. I find it more fun. I find it more fun not to play with weak auras. Like, you're just gonna get literally kicked.
Yeah. The only problem is for them to like actually remove this kind of stuff from the game. It would also break the functionality of like a ton of unbelievably amazing like quality of life weak auras, so they'd have to like find a way to like draw the line. But yeah, that's definitely something that's talked about a lot. No one really likes it. I promise you, I actually probably like it less than most people. People assume that like we like that stuff. I actually, I think it's way more fun to deal with all of those things in a more organic way, for sure. Oh, dispel me, bud. Oh, you can't.
Yeah, that's a curse. Yeah, you can dwarf it though.
Paladin.
You hit your dwarf.
I
button.
killed.
Oh yeah.
I keep forgetting I'm a dwarf. I got hit by it again.
You're staring at your
Okay.
dwarf.
Yeah.
So you just need a weak aura for that.
Yep. Dude,
Come
this
back when
boss
you go.
murdered me the first time I saw it on that one key.
Yeah,
those
I mean,
puddles
this
are
boss
very
just
punishing.
murders people in general. It's
Because
really
you have to
rough.
focus the ads down right as melee, but then as soon as it dies, it drops that puddle.
You gotta
and it
jump
just,
out.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like using CDs here was a mistake, but you gotta live with
It's
it.
fine. Yeah. We'll chain in a second. Max, you just kick this Fury.
No.
What do you mean? You're ruining
Bet you
Carlo.
weren't expecting that. Oh. Oh, you mean
Right,
for
you
my
keep
own
order.
personal good? Yeah, I thought you
Yeah,
were
it's
just
for
like.
your own sake.
Good guy, Dorky.
So, Asmon, I heard you were saying in one of your streams, you said Vaulton was one of the best fights you've done. Is that for just ARPGs or just
I think
in
that
general?
it was I think it was really good. Like, is it better
They've all
than a
known.
lot of WoW fights? I don't really know, but what I liked about it a lot is that the environment actually changed. It was like very dynamic. And also the fact that it's a pay-to-win game, but you can't outgear gravity. I like that.
Yeah, actually, very true.
Yeah.
Hard true. No, I think that game. I think Vaulton was insane. Vaulton is what made me like realize that I'm actually like hard over the like daily chore part of that game. I actually like really. I'm like I literally am so. I think it's so dog shit. But the actual raid content in that game is insane, and that fight like convinced me of that. And I don't think you could compare it to a WoW fight though, because they're like just so different. But like
I feel like it's comparable to
PoE
some
stuff, right?
fights.
it's definitely really insane. Oh yeah, PoE stuff you said.
Yeah. But
Really?
I thought it was amazing. Like, as I said, I really think it was like, you know, it's probably like those guys played a fight like Lich King, and it kind of works a little bit like Lich King, where it's like destroying the outside areas and it's like smaller and smaller. But yeah, it's just, I liked Vaulton a lot. I feel like, yeah, it probably is one of the best fights I've ever done. And also the fact that like you can do it by yourself as long as you don't make any mistakes. I find
Are you
that to
doing
be
boss
pretty
after this, by the way?
No, it's still a bunch of goals. You can send it.
Oh yeah, that's what a lot of people do, because like we've been doing it now since it came out, since the
Right.
first week, and now we have so much gear that it just gets, I mean, just unbelievably destroyed. So
Yeah.
we were thinking that it would actually be a lot more fun to. I think like people do carries now.
Yeah, like 4-man it or something.
I did hard as hell. No, the people. I think people 2-man it.
Oh yeah, they can. I think if you probably have like, if you like Omega whaled right now, you could probably solo it, but it would be tight.
Yeah, even if you were soloing though, it would be an actual challenge. It's not like you can just
You're saying
one-shotted.
hard mode, right? People have soloed.
Yeah.
normal
Yeah, of course.
mode, right?
Yeah, hard mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even done the normal mode. I was like really hyped about doing like more Vaultons on more characters, but then the
Yeah.
fact that they didn't have that research in the game to hone above 1370, it's like
You
felt
saw
bad.
they're
So like
adding
yeah, they're adding it with the Vicus on
And
Thursday.
you're over 1460, I'm like assuming.
Yeah, I'm 1485, I think,
Okay.
something like that. I literally don't play anymore though. Like I
Don't
got
rush
to that
these,
point, and
by
I'm like I'm good for the next. What do you say, Dorky?
Don't use
Just
too
come
much,
down.
'cause we're
Don't
gonna
touch
run
him.
downstairs.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm dragging him
With
down.
the next thing.
Are we pulling with the
Yeah,
boss?
you guys just go downstairs. No, just doing a bunch of mobs together.
Is
Okay.
it like one of those weird pathing things?
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
snap.
It's gonna
down.
snap
Sort of,
down.
yeah.
Down here.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing in MDI? Snapping?
Way
Not much.
way less than last
Yeah.
expansion. They definitely, it was a design emphasis in this expansion where they did not want that to be as much of a thing, but it definitely exists.
Yeah, it was pretty gamey.
I personally like it just
When are the
because it
boys
adds a
coming
lot
down?
of flavor.
Are they snapping down now?
Yeah, they'll come down, yeah.
Just oh, come on, snap them. I got it all.
Maybe
No.
you're not- no.
They're not cooperating.
It's okay, we'll just go boss.
No.
Oh, okay.
How many of the yellow things do you need?
Probably 3.
Okay.
Yeah, at least 3, I would say. Maybe even 4. If you get less, try to pop it personal.
Okay.
That hurt by Bitcoin.
I by Bitcoin.
He got hit by something extra.
I got
garbage. I got hit.
That one's faster than it seems. That one also banged me the first time I saw that dungeon.
That's why I was got hit by the Earth Slam right before the dance.
Yeah, I feel like one thing that Valton does really well at is it's sort of similar to Painsmith and Sludgefish, where it's...
I'm turbo dead, I think. Yep.
Oh yeah, you were dead as hell.
Did I get
I could have AMZ'd that.
I think I did.
I don't know who it was, but there was a lot of people just in the same side of the room because we were YOLOing it. It's all good.
Well, we do have 4 melees. Yeah, that's probably the hard part.
Yeah, sometimes you die.
It's okay, now there's more ones for everyone.
Don't worry, Max, I can get you in a minute. There's a couple in melee. Yeah, you guys got it. Man, this key kind of hurts for a 21.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you guys all did M+ in BFA and Legion, right?
I mean,
you guys prefer Legion over...
I would do it weekly, but like I didn't really do it all the time, right? Like I did pretty much my weekly and that was it. The last time I really tried to push for a Mythic Plus key was like in Legion.
That was the best Mythic. Actually, I don't know. That was like the best Mythic Plus was, but it was only because of It was only because of the dungeon set.
Fresh?
I mean, they had banger, like super banger dungeons.
Yeah, I thought the dungeons were great. Have you guys done like? I mean, I'm assuming yeah, but like, I haven't done any of the Legion ones now.
Come in, buddy.
Are they good?
The time walking's like talking about?
Yeah, the like infernal ones.
The biggest problem with it is that there's no incentive behind doing it, so nobody really does it aside from like potential trinket drops.
What sucks is like
heal me by Bitcoin.
I think a big reason why people did Mythic Plus back in Legion was because of Titan forging, which is like I think
Titan forging and the legendaries too.
What just
everything on the floor.
Well, yeah, you can release, right? I think so.
Yeah. It's not too far.
Yeah, a lot of guys who aren't big into raiding were like into Titan forging, like not because they loved RNG, but just because like, well, if you want to do Mythic Plus all day, you can actually get decent gear.
You had the best gear. You 100% had the best gear. Like the legit best gear.
Because you had the itemization too.
Well, it's because okay, so when people mention Titan forging, they usually just mention like, oh, this gear's way higher eye level. What was broken back then was sockets. Like the sockets in Legion were an insane DPS increase, and they were just as RNG as Titan forging. And that was like, if you looked a bit into like every patch, like if I would just like Armory JB or something, he would have more gear 2 months into the patch than my raiders would, exclusive, like every time. Like if you like their characters would just be better because they would just be farming the shit out of sockets out of dungeons.
Also legendary drops in season 1. Like I remember doing Mauve Souls thousands of times, spamming all those +2 runs.
I think my count is like 300, and then like 200 Quartz of Stars. So yeah, I remember that all too well.
As shitty as that sounds, I actually sort of enjoyed it. Something about it was pretty fun though.
Yeah. It felt good.
It
like,
just felt really
54,
bad.
Right? Like you'd finish and you were like done. Like that felt awesome.
I feel like anytime they have something like that though, it ends up being like when there's like a big break point or like an ending, it feels then mandatory on like alts or like when you come back to the game. Like it's always just like, oh, I have to get this, and like this is like the pile of chores that I have to do before I start again.
Mandatory fun.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, it's like everyone, we were just talking about like the bad part of Lost Ark right now. That's like exactly what like you must log in every day to do this thing. All things are like that, but it's they also makes you feel like you're doing something too at the same time. That's the balance.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that about Lost Ark is there's no damage meters in Lost Ark. So like one thing I thought was kind of funny is we have like a static group that raids every weekend.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden that damage meter came out, right, where you could use that add-on. And now it's like, holy crap, like there are some people literally doing twice as much damage as another person or, you know, in that neighborhood. And that's like, okay, well maybe now stuff feels like it matters, but like until there was damage meters, it just felt like, you know, if you want to do your dailies, you can do them, but you don't really have to if you don't feel like it.
Yeah, it's like there was a lot. It's like the double-edged sword of like having horizontal content, right? It's like having like island souls and omnium stars and stuff like that. Having that stuff count for your character progression with like the skill point potions. Like it's cool to have that, but there's also a dark side to it too, where like people now like.
Are you guys a fan of it?
Do what?
Are you guys a fan of that, having horizontal power tied to progression?
I don't think it's like I think people focus way too much on whether it's horizontal or like, because like there are situations where things have not been horizontal content and it's been great. I think it's just whether the content's good or not.
Yeah.
Like you can make content that's like horizontal content and it be dog shit and no one's gonna do it and people will just be like, why is this in the game? Like kind of thing. Like well, it's just about it being good.
The way I see it is a lot of these horizontal, quote-unquote horizontal content, like let's say visions or towers, for example, or even like islands. Oh, we're dead, by the way. I accidentally used my shield.
Hey.
Okay, never mind, we're fine. He's very low.
He's very low.
Yeah, it's fine. I feel like these would have actually been really fun. It's just they become boring after time. Like, to be honest, I had a lot of fun doing visions in the beginning. It was just after doing it for the 100th time trying to get my socket and corruption.
We talked about Legion so far, right? Do you guys remember the what was it? The Legion Suramar scenario with your little undead dudes?
I love that.
That shit was banger.
Yeah.
I swear that was like the most fun thing they've added in a long time, but it's like it got old because you know, it was like there was just it reached a point where you didn't go any farther.
Well, the good thing is like you didn't really like have to do that. The withered training, I remember that very well. I would like play Queen and then like run it. It was awesome.
Use that argument though. If you had to do that, it would have still been banger. If you had to do it, and people would still look forward to it if you were able to stop by the time it like naturally became less fun.
Yeah, I mean that's a problem that they ran into with Visions and then with Islands and then with Torghast is like it wasn't even that bad when they came out and like it was kind of fun, but then it's like,
yeah, I actually enjoyed all of them.
Now I'm done with this.
Islands, Visions.
I don't even know if Islands are like. I feel like Islands still get slandered to this day, and it's not even because Islands themselves were that bad as much as like the way that they made you interact with them.
Yeah, like,
yeah, it's like the fact that you're forced to do them for AP, which was definitely intentional, and you what was it, to like farm all those mounts, you had to do like that many runs of it.
It was
like
brutal, man. Yeah, I know.
Oh no, Lust. I'm gonna drop my breath for sure. I'm in hell.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Kill this fucking clown. Oh no, that's not the fucking. Why do we get whoa?
Why do we get? We've been getting a lot of woes.
Oh, it's to dodge.
It's like that was sort of the thing with Mage
right
Tower.
Now. Pop that shit.
Mage Tower felt like it was really optional. Yes, no drums. It was just like a fun little one-time challenge, and you would get like a sick reward from it.
I think a big factor is like being able to be done with something. Like I think that's probably like one big factor why people were more okay with like withered training, because like it wasn't just like something that went on forever. Like you knew that there would be an end in sight, and like you could actually finish the content.
Yep.
Yeah, I think maybe Blizzard worries too much about the metrics, about like making people log in, you know, X amount of times, or like, you know, making Torghast like a weekly thing. Like, just make it good and let people enjoy it.
I mean,
I think Torghast has gotten a lot better.
Torghast has gotten a lot better, but like people's perspective of it will be very hard to change. Like, so, Aspen, have you played Slay the Spire ever?
No, but I know what it is.
Okay, it's a fucking awesome, insane. It's like one of the best examples of how a roguelike can be good. I even gave the example of like, imagine they made a roguelike as good as Slay the Spire and it was in the game, but you had to do it every week to get a necessary power increase. The current version of Slay the Spire that existed would have to be nerfed because the players in the game would not be good enough to routinely do that every week to like get the best reward to progress their character, which is precisely why Torghast could have never been good content. Like, the second you're going to make a roguelike, there's no way it can be good if you have to make it so every single person who plays WoW basically can complete it.
Yeah, I think that's why it was just like not really as fun. Is like I keep saying like positive things about Torghast, and like every time I do, like my chat gets so mad at me. Like, how do you like this? Like, it's so bad. But it's like, I think that they've actually like, I'll probably get shit for this too. Like, I hope they don't just completely get rid of it in next expansion. I hope they just keep trying to make it better.
Ooh. I think it has Mage Tower levels of potential of being good.
Yeah.
It's just that they would have to. It just can't be required. If it's not required and it's just to do for a challenge or for some kind of like cosmetics or an achievement or a feat or something, then it can be good. But they were too late on that train. So yeah, you're right. If the take is leave it in the game but treat it like that, I think it could only be a good thing. Plus, also, it's not like they have a lot going on. Like, they have like the talent trees coming next expansion, but if you compare that to like other stuff, like there's actually like very little actual content.
Like, that's why I kind of like, probably based off of that, I kind of assume you feel the same way. It's like, I don't think that coming out this year is unreasonable.
I think it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it's definitely going to happen. Actually, I think like the take is that, oh, they're just doing it and they're going to extend it for like holiday pre-orders and stuff. And I'm sure that's certainly on their minds.
Like,
I think that's on their minds, but you know, I think that game's coming out this year for sure. That's actually been my take for a while. I got a little scared.
I think they're going to add the first system. Like, there's no way it's going to be only talents and tier sets for the whole expansion.
I think it'll just be talents.
You think so? The whole expansion?
I think they might. What they might do is they might like tease something at the beginning and like say, "Hey, this is coming," and then like that's like what's going to be, you know, like what is it, 10.0 or 10.1 or whatever.
I think it's gonna be hard because like with the base things they put in the game, everything that they've added in like the first 0.1 and 0.2 patches are usually like strong iterations on what they put in the expansion in the first place. And I really doubt that they're gonna rip like, oh, this patch we're gonna give you like 5 more points on your spec tree so you can like play this build you haven't before. That would actually be cool and fun, but that kind of goes against the like evergreen nature of the talent trees in general, to where it's gonna be the same thing at the end of an expansion where they're just going to remove those points, and then you're just going to run into the same problem of beginning day of expansion number 1, you feel worse than you did yesterday, and like that's exactly what that's going to be.
Level 115 in BFA. Oh my god, that was the worst experience ever.
I don't, but I imagine you. Oh no, yeah, your character was a piece of shit. Yeah, I remember that.
You lose legendaries.
Oh yeah, you lose legendaries.
Like, it was awful.
Oh, fuck yeah. This Warlock loves my content. Let's get it. Wait, are we doing another key? What's going on by Bitcoin?
The only one
we need a wake.
Yeah, the only one
I think we might need to lob our Warlock.
Oh, we got a fat... Yo, hold up.
We got a 30.
Fuck.
I think there's a chance that we can... Wait, is Splat still around? We have a 28 wake. It's not even a 30.
Oh, Splat has a wake. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hit him up.
I don't know if he's still awake. Let me see.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I've got rival here. Like, I'm doing my best.
It's okay, man.
I think it would be fine. I might be on crack though. But yeah, we could also lower it, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we're just about vibing and doing whatever, but yeah.
Where's my?
We can just grab one from Group Finder too. Splat doesn't have
I should have re-rolled my Sanguini. I have a 28 one of those, and I never want to do that in my life. So.
Oh jeez. Yeah, you would have had to drop it bigly though.
Yep.
I think Jen would probably be good if like, probably he'd be all right if he could sit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you can, if
Yeah.
he's down to sit, we could just recruit any single DPS in the entire game that has exactly the key. What have you guys only done Sanguine in the previous one?
We've done.
He's done
like, 4 other
everyone's.
ones. Like it's the last one. Like I'm just trying to get the 20s done.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the? Oh, Necrotic Wake's the last dungeon.
Yeah,
It's the last 20.
Oh yeah, I think little homie Generic sits. Thanks for your service, and then we just get a guy.
Thanks for your service. Yep, that's exactly what he
Thanks
said.
for
Alright,
your
Skeezy.
service.
Goodbye.
Oh,
my
jeez.
god. Fucking WoW players.
I'm gonna go.
Can't believe they would just kick someone like that.
I'll have to remember him and like re-invite him to something.
Are you playing Yumi?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting that fat PI in this dungeon. Yes, sir.
I'll pass you lead, Asmon.
Okay.
Is Night Fae any good for Warrior, or does it mess you up?
I have
Fae
never
Guardians for
played
Priest?
Night Fae for Warrior.
No, he would be
No,
giving
I
you.
mean,
he'd
Priest
be,
Night Fae. Do you know
so
what it does? It
Priest
reduces your
fairies,
rec
yeah.
cooldown.
Well, actually, I don't know what cooldown it is for him that gets reduced.
It's rec, right, or no?
It might be their. It's definitely some weird things for some classes. It might be rec.
I feel like it's gotta be a wreck. The only other ones are like what?
You can go give it to him right now.
Colossus
Where is
Smash,
he?
maybe?
Is he in Orbolos?
I'm not sure if this guy has it or not. I'm just gonna invite him and see.
Yeah.
It's like you can't
think-
whisper people, unfortunately.
Yeah, I tried to whisper you when I switched guys,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't. I'm just like, what is happening?
Oh, did we list the group with the key? Oh, did you find
Yeah.
I don't know
Oxinator?
yet.
What a name!
Oxenate.
Yeah.
Dude's got a brawn too.
Oh, get
He's
him
got a
out.
mist.
Okay.
Wait, are we doing the wake?
No, he
We need to
just-
find somebody.
I
He
tried to
just
invite. He
he
just
applied to
joined
the
up,
group.
man.
Oh, he just joined.
Because like I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I messaged him like, can you link the key? And then it's like, oh, no player found because he was a horde.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's definitely interesting to see how they go through next expansion though, because the I don't know what they're going to do for patch content, because like I don't necessarily think like patch borrowed power content has been bad. There's been some cases in the past when it's actually
Yeah.
been really good, but I don't know how much they're trying to like break the trend of lose everything you spent time on at the end of the expansion, start again. Obviously, that's been dog shit for like 6 years. So I really wonder what that kind of stuff's going to look at, because I think with them just doing the talent trees though,
Yeah.
it seems like they realize that the WoW content, the retail player, what that player is doing during the patch is like outside of like the farming and the casual content, like what you can do on your own without a group of people. Like what that content is for a lot of people is like the grouped content. It's Mythic Plus, it's raid and PvP, and that's like what people are showing up for. So it's like they can have higher qualities of those by spending less time creating a bunch of random shit that just goes away.
Well, that's what's
I don't know if-
sad. Is like you think about what
Yeah.
we were talking about Vaulton, right? What year did Vaulton come out? It was like 2020 or 2019 or something. Like what content from back then is still relevant in WoW?
Yeah, they could definitely do a better job of like, oh, you just mean like bringing things back, like mid-eye level Final Fantasy kind of shit?
I mean, like,
or do you
it's
mean
so hard to do that in WoW because you have so many more variables. You'd have to make it super uniform, and I think that would kind of take a little bit of the fun out of it.
I think it's definitely possible. I think
Yeah.
the whole like season 4 thing
It's
that
a
they're doing.
huge, like, yeah, they're trying. They're scared. They're trying to see what's going to happen.
I mean, if they can bring back Castle Nathria at the beginning of this expansion, maybe next expansion at some point they can bring back like ICC or
Yeah.
like something like that. They'd have to make a lot of changes to make it current so it doesn't just get like blasted. But I don't know if that's like totally off the table. Could do it.
Yeah, I think with season 4, I like it because it's like you're kind of just throwing a bunch of shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. That's what it seems like they're doing for me, and I think that's
Absolutely.
exactly what they should do.
Yeah, well, it's great too, right? Because a lot of people are skeptical about it, but it's like, well, what do you want? Like, it's not like we're losing a raid tier for it, you know? It's just the end of a patch, or it's
Yeah.
the end of an expansion. Like, instead of having this patch go for 12 months or whatever, like, just try this, try that thing. Like, it's, I think, really
It's kind of like what they did with Brawls, and I like that too for PvP because like they can just test something out, like the solo shuffle, and now they're doing it with raided in the next expansion.
Oh, is that confirmed? We're getting solo queue.
I'm like 90% sure, yeah.
Solo queue Mythic Plus or PvP, I mean.
Yeah.
I wonder how that'll go.
I think Holinka said that in the
Dude, I wonder how that'll go. Like, it sounds sick. I don't even mean like for the game. This is more of like a comedy thing. Like PvPers in general are like already like crazy unhinged, and then I'm just trying to think of like what's what happens to players that already queue solo queue games like Valorant and like MOBAs. Like those players already like solo queue does stuff to your brain, you know? And like I just wonder how mixing that with WoW PvP would go.
Yeah.
Like, people get mad at other people Mythic Plus right now, dude. Just imagine randoms queuing in for a rating that they care about in PvP with people they've never played with before. I feel like that is just like just ground zero. Like, so much shit's gonna go down.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially like some classes that just like don't really have as much synergy as other ones. Like, yeah, you're gonna see a lot of Malders.
All right, how big or just regular? I've actually never done this place on Spiteful. Does this big pull at the beginning spawn Spiteful for every dude we're killing?
Not the bags. So yeah, there's a couple of that. It'll be like 5 or so.
It's like I need to put down a turnip. That'll be good. All right, I'm ready to video game.
I'm good.
Yep. One thing I've noticed about MMOs nowadays is a lot of them just want to play sort of solo-ish. Like, it sounds kind of counterintuitive, you're playing an MMO, but they just want to be in the shared world, not necessarily be forced to do group content with everyone at all times.
That's a lot of the reasons why people like Diablo Immortal, is it had like those like solo MMO elements.
You get the whoa, bro.
Big aggro. Should be good, though.
Couple of you guys coming in.
Oh, yeah, big aggro. Should be fine, though.
I'll be okay. Don't worry. Yeah, they want to beat my ass. I'm going to Lichborn. I can heal through it.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, my God. Thanks for the slow. Yo, Max, you popping off, or?
Yeah, I'm doing gigantic damage right now, but that's okay. I got PI. PI is good. Also, no Warlock. God, I love not playing with Warlocks, man. It's so nice.
Fucking Warlocks.
What do you guys think about PI? Is PI good for the game or bad for the game?
I think external buffs are good. I just think PI is too strong. There are a bunch of them in the game. No one complains about them. PI is just way too good.
Okay, but what if everyone sort of had an PI? Well, not everyone, but like, you know, like what if all the healers had some type of PI?
I think that'd be okay as long as it was a little bit different for each one.
I think it's definitely okay, like more okay with healers. I've had people like just try to have me explain why it's different for both. But I definitely think like healer is already in the idea of being a support in the game. There is like healer was made before supports were like a major thing in a lot of games like MOBAs and shit. Yeah. But, like they're a support, right? Like you play, people love support. But that's what you are. So like giving people buffs that you could potentially use like makes sense. That's what happens in like a ton of games where you're a support. But like I feel like the biggest problem was like Shadow Priest having to do it because then it's like you're a Shadow Priest. And you, at some points in the expansion, you gave yourself a cooldown and felt bad because you were doing something that wasn't necessarily potentially the best thing. And you felt greedy for doing it, but you were having fun. And then, or you gave it to people and you felt bad and you had less fun because you're giving it to people who had your CDs. So but I think for healers, stuff like that is okay. I think PI is just way too strong.
As a healer, I like it personally. I think it's interesting. I think it's cool, like especially in a pug environment where, like, you know, it's not just
Growl, you're talking. Oh, use PI, bud.
Use PI right after we're talking about PI.
Goddamn healers.
Yeah. Yeah, you can talk after you're done PIing, man.
Look, on the bright side,
please. Dorky, please.
It's fine,
please don't let me know.
Just stand really close to each other. We have orbs.
I'm in mega danger.
Why? Oh, we have a shade on you. Oh, I'm in mega danger. I'll be fine in a second. Yeah.
Aim the wretch behind this. If you... Oh! What the fuck is happening to me? Oh, dude, I was getting...
I got caught by a fucking shade. That's my bad.
Yeah, it's... it. Don't take that. Wait a second.
Yeah, I got it.
Take it out.
Yeah.
And run. Dude, I don't even know how I didn't die. I got hit to like 1% by a shade.
Bunch of worms. Keep piercing Helm. Keep him slow back here. Yeah.
Got it.
You can just run through this back here.
We ripped at 23. Why not?
It's all good. This key is pretty chill.
He's getting an infusion of IO. Wasn't expecting to get so much IO when you woke up today. Oh, quick question. Because I don't really Mythic Plus either. But Dorky and Growl, the how has like the incorporation of like your UI, like having this stuff default Blizzard UI, how has that been? Because like I still notice people refer to it as IO and they still use Raider IO. So like
it feels no different, to be honest.
I wonder why they did it.
Well, I would imagine for like the more casual players, it probably helps a little bit. And it probably like, adds a little bit more of an incentive.
I mean, it's nice to not have
play.
to have the add-on. Like, you can get the add-on if you want, but like it's still, it shows a.
I think like really good add-ons. It's the same as like gear score. Like they pretty much turned gear score into item level in Cataclysm. So like I think if an add-on is good, like they should just put that shit in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely been good.
Do you guys think they put PI in to fuck with like parsing?
That's I think the biggest argument against.
That's
PI,
the
right?
biggest issue. That is by far the biggest issue.
And like me personally, I don't care about that stuff, so that's why I like PI because it's like a fun decision. But
the parsing community on retail is definitely like, you know, like the parsing community on classic is like, that's just the game. Like that's what you do. Right, in retail, it's much more like not like people don't really care.
what do you guys think about so you know that data or whatever that's been going around about how there's like twice as many reclears of whatever the TBC rate is than there is of Sepulture? Like, how accurate do you think those stats are?
I think those are very
is
accurate.
That from my
because
stream?
Think so?
Yeah, I remember I was talking about that.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe,
yeah, no, 100%. That is accurate. But it's also like, it's like difficulty level. I think is a huge part of that.
Yeah. Sunwell was really hard, but it's not.
Oh my god, Max.
It's not as hard as the raids are now.
I mean, to be fair though, if they re-released something like, let's say, a raid from, let's say they re-released Antorus, it'd probably take a day for it to be cleared too, right? Because everyone already knows all the fights. And
I mean, the moment where raids saw major jumps in difficulty after Wrath was Firelands. So Heroic Rag, at that point, that fight came out. No fight has ever been even remotely close to that technically difficult. Oh, we have to kill this, right?
Dude,
or no,
I remember there was a
that.
bigger difference between like a Heroic Rag killing guild and a 6 of 7 Heroic guild than there was between
was
like
massive.
a 6 of 7 and a Heroic guild.
That fight was like almost like it was insanely difficult.
I didn't do it until like literally the last week of the patch. That shit was hard.
Max, you get X here.
I already threw my kick. Someone else has to grab X.
I'll get it.
Oh, Bloopy maybe? Okay, you might not be able to have it. We'll see. Oh yeah, you'll have it.
My kick is up in 2 seconds. I can get X.
Yeah,
I
you
got
got
it.
it. Yeah.
He got X. Okay, I'm just holding.
Yeah.
You're dead, bud.
Rally.
No.
I sent on Skull.
I think content like got really, really hard in Cataclysm. Like going from like
Definitely
Wrath to Cata was
Dungeons
fucking brutal.
Yeah, Dungeons at the beginning of Cata, if people were around for that, was like absolutely totally different. And yeah, and then raids didn't start that way. So tier 11, the first tier of Cata was like relatively very easy.
You thought it was easy? No, I thought it was...
compared to the stuff after that, it wasn't a huge jump.
Rag.
Yeah, like Rag was an insane jump, and then like going on through Mop, like I don't think the difficulty in general, like the technical difficulty of what was required of you, has changed too much since Mop. 25-man heroic Mop and like current Mythic are like pretty similar. I think if you saw them all released and done, you would have seen like very, very similar kill times. There was definitely a few, like the hardest raids ever, like Sepultura is actually probably the hardest raid ever, but like. Those are very small steps from like where you were before.
Yo.
I remember whenever Sunwell came out, like Sunwell was like Sepulchre, right? I mean, like it was just nobody could clear it. Like you had people that would just have paladins that would sit outside the instance to raid buff people because the raid was so hard. People thought they couldn't bring paladins at that point. It was crazy.
Wait, Max, come grab this.
Spear?
Yeah. Gotta go quick because I might see those guys. It's for like 5 seconds.
I got it.
I'll get the orb.
There's definitely like people used to be way worse at the game thing, but I think that stops around like Cata and Mop. That's when like the game forced you to get good. So you would see definitely a little bit difference of people redoing raids, even like Mop, WAD, stuff like that. It would be majorly different than people doing Sunwall in an hour. There's a lot of very hard fights, and it's just been a while.
I think for something like, for example, like Li Shen, because there's like a lot of things that you have to know.
Yeah, Li Shen's fucking hard.
Yeah. I think people would kill it a lot faster, but that's because they had the strat for it. Or like the strat changed a lot. At least I know like for my guild it did.
One of the very, very cool things about the old Race World First before it was streamed, one of the things that is not really the case now, and it's like a sad that it isn't a thing, is back in the day, people used to always have their own strats for bosses, and they made bosses that were like, you could see like Siegecrafter Blackfuse in Siege of Orgrimmar, or Lei Shen in that raid specifically, had like the top 5 guilds had just completely different strats.
Do you remember watching Heroic Rag? Like whenever they had like, I think it was the World First Guild had like the strat that most guilds use, where they would like kite all the ads, and then the second one would like separate every single ad, which was crazy.
Yeah, that was definitely Paragon. Paragon was like the absolute innovator of modern raiding.
It's kind of a bummer, but I don't think games will ever be like that again, where there's like that big information gap between people.
Absolutely not.
Like secretive.
Because gaming outside of WoW is just totally different now than it was then. That's why people are just in general just way better and intuitive about video games now than they ever were.
Well, it's also like people's literal job to play them. So it's like you think about it, back in like Vanilla WoW or Burning Crusade, it wasn't someone's literal job to teach you how to play Warrior. You would just have to figure it out yourself.
That's the one thing I do dislike about gaming now for sure.
See that one?
Is I feel it's just so meta gamey, and I don't know how it'll ever change. Like stuff isn't actually that different, but like anytime anyone plays a new game, they're 100% only going to go get a tier list. They're not going to like actually play around and see what was up. And that's something where like back when gaming was, this is not a WoW thing, this is an all games thing, but like that's something that I don't think will ever be in games ever again. People just care too much about being optimal to fuck around.
Yeah, metagaming.
I think there are a lot of people who play
just
for fun.
happens.
Yeah, it just happens. Like it's mostly because we're playing really competitively nowadays. It's all about Valorant and Fortnite. Apex Legends.
Was like that a lot, right? I mean, like at the beginning of Apex, anybody you killed would have a Peacekeeper and a Wingman every single time, because those were the guns that the streamers used.
I mean, you haven't queued a lot of Mythic Plus, but it actually used to be worse, I think, in the past. But what people would do, people would just like see MDI running like triple
rogue,
like Windwalker monk or triple rogue for like a season or triple hunter, and that's actually the only people who are getting invited to some groups. Like not all groups, but like most groups. I don't have CDs, by the way. I'm a little tiny baby. I can disorient the next couple casts, I think.
Let me know if you want me to fear.
Alright, did that
I'm
one.
actually dead as fuck here. Holy.
Oh shit.
I'm turbo dead as well. Try to death strike through it. I'm doing it.
Right,
nope. See ya.
Coming back.
How close are you? He's gonna die in like.
Yeah, this is we have to reset it.
The thing is, they don't actually need to. Like, if you take away the outliers in Mythic Plus right now, both like 2 or 3 on the high end or 2 or 3 on the low end, classes are way closer than people think. But they don't care. Like they need the thing, you know. And there's no way to determine like skill in this game, right? Like if you're just a guy trying to time your key, right? How do you know that like the warlock signing up to your group or the enhance? How do you know the enhance is good and the warlock is probably bad?
Well, if you
like,
assume equal skill, right? That's the thing. It's like if
you have to assume equal skill,
then you know that one class is just going to be better.
Yeah, but because there's no way to actually tell.
Yeah.
Like in other games, there's like ranking systems and stuff, but there's like genuinely no way to tell that in this game. If you went off of logs, that doesn't mean shit. So like genuinely, some of the worst players I've played with in like a raiding guild, way before I went for World First, were players that were very highly ranked on like log ranking sites, but they just played the game terribly.
I know that very well.
Help, Dorky. Popping everything. I live, maybe. I'm running away.
Yep, I'm chilling. Okay, let's go more.
I will not die today. It's just this one soldier. I'm gonna death strike him in the head.
Yeah, you should be fine with him.
Yeah, I can take this guy.
Oh, right, actually, do we bother keeping the crafter? I guess not.
I'm not moving. Heal me. I'm not moving.
Oh.
Oh,
Bro?
okay, never mind. Kill yourself.
I was thinking about the crafter.
Did I kill you with the heal me declare?
No.
The heal me declare.
It was just like a long sequence of things that only humans will understand.
Oh, yeah.
I'm lagging like fucking crazy. Hopefully I don't stand on anything.
You know, maybe chilling on time anyway would be alright.
Alright, get in there. Nice. Bloopy? Oh no, Bloopy.
Oh, do you soak it for him, maybe?
Yeah.
I really think this game is gonna feel so different for I just feel for all the Night Fays, dude. The dudes who've just been Night Fae this entire X pack. They're in for like a totally different world with the new expansion. Just lose soul shape.
No blink,
lose cheat death. Lose insane soulbinds. Very possible that people's classes are like kind of undertuned initially. I'm gonna hit this fucking. He's not hitting me with this. I'm killing.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm killing my guy. And the Warlocks have it coming. Actually, I can't believe I just said that. Implying Warlocks have not been absolutely insane every minute this game has been out.
It's okay. They weren't insane in Emblas before this.
Actually, I don't know your take on this, Asmon. How do you feel about DPS racials?
You know, I think that they missed a really big opportunity. I think that what they should have done with allied races is give them the other factions racials. I don't know why they didn't do that. Like, I don't think it's really that big of a deal, but like, it's kind of like what you were talking about earlier, right? Is like, as soon as people figure out what the best one is, then you have like 97% of people playing human or orc or whatever. You
have to save people from themselves.
Yeah.
That is definitely the problem with it, but the thing is like DPS racials are definitely like not super unbalanced. Like yes, the alliance ones have been better for like a while, but like you didn't see people like faction swapping their guilds to alliance, right? Like you saw in very small occasions, like someone would take their Mythic Plus guild or their Mythic Plus team alliance for like a certain week or something, but it's like it definitely wasn't like widespread. Within the majority of the player base, there's only high-end players. I just wonder how much it actually matters to other people, because I think it is kind of cool. Like some races do like something slightly different.
I think it makes the game more interesting.
You have to save people from themselves. Like I do think like there's a lot of flavor in it, and like picking something that you think is fun or that you might use for your off spec. But like, oh yeah, it's so common to which like tell me what race to play.
Here's the question I think is important. If the game was coming out today, brand new game, in 2022, do racials have DPS benefits to them at all, or are they purely cosmetic?
I think they'd probably make them purely cosmetic.
I think so too.
It's like there's very few other games where you have like definitive choices like that you make at the beginning of the game, and like you can't like undo them or something like that. Like in Final Fantasy or Lost Ark, like you can pretty much undo anything.
Dude, I'll never understand the Korean MMO Lost Ark thing, specifically with like instead of just making a different class, they make like one class, then they make another class that's 80 to 90% of the same as the other class, but they just make it just because it's a different gender. Yeah. That is very strange to me. I do not get that at all.
I never understood that either, and there's like a few like really, really small differences.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed the thing in a lot of Korean games is class equals content, and it's a really big thing.
What does that mean?
Because I play a lot of Korean MMOs. Like, a lot of times when a new class comes out, that is like a big patch update.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's like their equivalent of getting a new raid, sort of.
Hit the boss with that if you can. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, does that do anything to it? I don't know if it does.
Yeah, so you want to lead the hook into the boss.
Oh, really? Even whenever he's down here? Why?
Yeah, because he fixates right after. Like, you saw he was fixating you.
Oh, it interrupts the cast.
If it doesn't interrupt, it'll just chase you down.
Oh, this is misery.
Yeah, this one goes up again.
My breath. Dude, I was setting up Frosty K on Wrath Beta today just for pure nostalgia reasons, and man, that is... I'm gonna have so much fun with that game.
I think DK was so good in Wrath. Like, they had so many like small flavor abilities. It was really cool.
DK and Wrath was definitely like bringing a new class into the game for the first time and just like knocking it out of the park. And it was so thematic with the expansion and shit. Yeah.
I would have gone DK. Like, I had the Amani Warbear, and like I had just fucking farmed that out. I got it the last day that it came out, and before it got removed. And I was like, man, I would swap DK, but there's no way I didn't farm this fucking mount to have it get removed. You know, playing another character. Is that what you played back in Wrath? Was DK?
Dude, that's when I started playing. I'm like a turbo noob in this game. I played dude, I played a Prot Warrior and it was named something insanely epic. His name was Stone Fury. That was the name of my character that I did. That was the name that I did my ICC pugs on. Just Stone
Your Alliance
Fury.
or were you Horde?
Oh, I was insanely Alliance. Are you kidding me? My name was, I'm pretty sure I named, so my last name is Smith. I'm pretty sure I named my guild something like the Smith Blades or something super epic like that. Dude, I was Alliance as fuck. I was hard RP.
Oh, we are in trouble, by the way. We gotta get the next token. Yeah, get that in, get it in.
Do I throw the spear?
Well, we have to get the...
I think this one will get
I got mine, I think.
This will hit, this will hit, this will hit. Yeah.
I'll just kill boss.
Yeah, send your item, bro.
No, we're chilling.
Oh
Where's me?
I'm dead. Ooh, we're not chilling.
No,
we are chilling.
He's speared. Yeah.
I didn't want to use it. I wanted it for the last boss. But...
That was clutch. Nice job, dude.
The bad part is we're missing one item for the last boss, but we should be fine.
Yeah, so all the like nostalgia people felt for Classic, that's me and Wrath. I feel it insane. Also, Wrath was just an insane expansion.
It was a really big time in the game. I don't know how long it'll last. Like I feel like Wrath is gonna probably die faster than TBC did.
Really? I feel like Wrath's gonna hold the whole time. I feel like Wrath was when the game was at its biggest and its most popular, especially relative to what other games were available. Like I think MoP is an insanely good expansion.
Yeah.
But the games out
Maxine
when
Spear.
MoP was out in 2013. Oh, just on the poll right now. Okay, doing it. Those games were just like insanely good. So it was like it was harder to stand out. Ral, you know what it is, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Stack up on orange here. We're gonna move as a group.
Oh,
it should be okay. Dude, how are you alive? How are you alive? Oh, that was fucking wild.
If you can see when the boss targets you with frozen binds, I think you can spell reflect it.
Really?
God, Blood Decay cranks so hard right now.
If you pre-use it before the cast. I'm not 100% sure, but I think
You're probably right. I've heard of a lot of things you can spell reflect now. It's crazy.
You gotta do the big spell reflect so that your chat pogs out.
Max, was that a Zackrawrr, by the way? I'm looking at the meters, I'm like...
Dude, okay. I said that on my channel. I go, yo, I'm about to Zyro so hard. I don't know if they're gonna catch it. And then
that was like the first... Like, I glanced at my meters, I'm like, hold on. Is this guy pulling the Zyro right now?
Wait, have you guys witnessed him do that, like, in real time in Mythic Plus? Have you, like... You've witnessed an IRL Zyro?
A while ago. It's been a while.
What is... Dude, that was clean.
Totally intentional.
We'll take it.
He doesn't start behind if you want.
Safety men.
Oh no,
Growl.
Bleaky. It's okay.
He has Zonk. I'm not touch. I have my shit up.
Oh no, Bloopy again.
I tried to save him.
None can escape the storm.
I'm just gonna do this and he'll push him.
What are you gonna do? Choke the hammer at the
After a
wall.
certain health, he stops sending people down.
No.
Unlucky.
Do we have a res? I'm dying.
Yeah.
Why not?
we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Fuck yeah, I love that res. I just took that instantly. Alrighty, full ports. You're good for next X pack. Actually, I just realized this. I think a lot of people are going to play a lot in season 4, like just because I think is it like that little goo mount or something? Like something's coming out where like if you get the heroic version of AOTC faded in every one of the like dungeons, so it'll take 3 total weeks. I think it gives you some kind of, it's like a slime cat.
Well, they wait, the slime cat, is that it? It's a, yeah, that's what people are saying in my chat. Yeah. Holy shit, I had no idea.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to like interact with each raid and like clear it. Although I think it's gonna be very like we talked about this I think the other day, but I think it's gonna be very accessible. I don't think they're gonna make it hard at all.
I think it's super cool. To be honest, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think they should do this in every expansion ever. I think if you'd have just went back in time and did this in any expansion, it would have been banger. It would have been as long as it's like tuned. See, the way that they're tuning it is actually a it's like a spell script, like a buff. So you'll have a buff in there, or the mobs will have like a hidden aura buff that'll be like, you know, faded raids scaled. Everything is scaled by 120% or something random like that. I think there's definitely potential tuning issues with that, with like certain abilities.
Yeah.
Scaling more than others kind of thing, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they even have one for Mythic too. It's like you kill all the raids on Mythic and you're able to get the teleport too. I remember looking at that.
But you can get the teleport to the raids?
Yeah, look, I'll link it. It's like, it's under Shadowlands raids in achievements. They already have them in. And like, yeah, if you just do normal, you get the mount, and then I guess heroic is a title, and then Mythic is the teleports.
I really wonder how hard Mythic's going to be. My guess is that if you got Cutting Edge as a guild in any one of those patches, you should be able to, within one raid week, re-kill that raid again. That's my guess, but I think it's going to be harder to achieve for people who do not have that like already in place.
Because they don't have like the foundation.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And they don't have like the experience of having done. I don't know if the experience will matter too much, because people watch streams. There will be strats on how to deal with the stuff, but like I think having people around, like if you have a stable working Cutting Edge guild right now, I think you'll clear every week.
I think it's gonna be hard if you haven't done them, like unless they. I mean, if they do keep Mythic difficulty, I feel like it's gonna be really hard if you don't know the mechanic. I was watching Asmon's stream earlier when he was doing the. When he was doing the Nathria raid.
Oh my
god,
bro.
First, all right, look.
Wait, you were doing Castle Nathria today?
All I'm gonna say is like
it was doing me.
They were doing Council of Blood, and I haven't thought of that boss in like a year, but like, dude, there's a lot of stuff that people got to do. Like, yeah, you know, they probably don't have to do it very good with the tuning now, but like,
oh no, Dark Recital will kill the shit out of you.
Dark Recital, and there was like moving the boss in certain places,
jumping,
and, like,
making sure. I bet people were timing out to not jumping and just dying.
Like there's a lot of stuff that goes on.
Probably less that. I bet Dark Recital is just something that requires a lot of coordination to make it easy. But if you don't have coordination, you YOLO it. There's just a lot of puddles everywhere, and they still hit kind of hard.
Oh yeah, there was a ton of it, and then also like you had everybody using like these effects, so it made their characters like it looked like a Yeti, right? And so like you couldn't even see what the line was connecting to them, and so people were just running around dying. Oh my god, man.
Yeah. It was great content while I was doing my Lost Ark dailies.
I was getting so mad.
Oh yeah, were you having fun, or were you like, was your soul leaving your body?
My soul was gone. Like by the time we got the Sludge Fist and somebody didn't stand in one of the swirlies, I'm like, okay guys, listen, like we gotta do this right or I'm done. It was bad.
Wait, did you end up clearing it?
No. Like we killed Sludge Fist and I was like, okay, because I've done Stone Legion Generals before on Mythic, and you're not outgearing that. It's like Vaulton. You get knocked off the edge, you're fucking dead. Doesn't matter what your item level is.
Huh. Wait, why are you trying to kill Castle Nathria? For like Mog or some shit? Or
we want the Transmog, and then like McConnell and I don't have the Denathrius kill for the achievement.
Oh, we can probably do that. I mean, I did Denathrius in a pug the other day, just undercover, just having fun. We killed it. It was hilarious. I mean, they were.
Wait,
just
you guys
like,
killed it?
Dude, yeah, we killed it. It was like you can like ignore the whole last phase of Denathrius now, basically. But yeah, you had to like. I mean, it was just super funny because there was this guy that just kept queuing his mic, and he was just like trying to give the raid leader advice, and he had no idea what he was talking about. But after every poll, he would just pipe up. He would just pipe up and be like, "No, we can't stack because it's like, oh my god." But yeah, it was fun. I mean, if you want to do the Nathras, we can probably do that next week.
I'll hit you up sometime. I might actually
try
and do that.
Yeah, if you want to do that, just hit me up. I'll figure that out.
Like we've tried to do Mythic Gahoon and it's been a disaster. Like it's bad, especially before the thing where you can invite Horde. Doing Mythic Gahoon on Alliance, like, man.
Are you trying to like have some people that know what's up and some people that aren't for content, or are you trying to just breeze through that shit and get it done?
We were just trying to get it done.
Oh, that's a joke. I mean, you could literally just invite 20 people that have all killed it when it was current. It'll die in 2 seconds. Especially that are current geared.
That's what we thought.
Oh,
that's what we thought.
Oh, okay.
It's hard. Like I think there's also people that will like link a fake achievement and then like they're like, oh, can you bring my friend? Like he's done it before, and like you inspect the friend. It's like they don't have the heroic achievement even. It's like okay, and yeah.
Okay, well I'm moving next weekend, but if you do that at any point during next week, I can help you out with that, and it will be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down for content too. That'd be fun.
Okay, great. Yeah, maybe I will actually try and do that. I'm sure if McConnell's watching, he's very happy. Absolutely. Yeah, thanks a lot for the runs, guys. I really appreciate it.
No problem, dude. Thanks for coming.
I'm actually gonna head out.
I think our chat really appreciated that. I know you were probably keeping your chat busy, but our chat really appreciated you coming to hang out. So
to be honest, I completely ignored the chat. I was just playing the game and talking to you guys. So
yo, I respect that.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, man. I'll see y'all
later.
Right,
see you guys.
Yeah, peace.
Yep. All right, GG's, dudes.
Oh, GG's, man.
Let me hearth out and get that shit done. There's nothing of value. Yeah, are people talking about abortion again? Mythic Quest done, easy. Yeah, I'm just glad that shit's done. Honestly, that was a while for me to work on it. Oh my god. I got all that shit done. That's done. 1850. So I just gotta get the mount. Just gotta get the mount. Get more eye out for the mount now. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till next week. Damn, I'm gonna get 3 of these next week too. Holy shit. It's probably the first and last time that's ever gonna happen. Just the best in tank. But like that tank really knew what he was doing. Like he was really good. Like yeah, I did. I don't think I performed like really badly. I think I did okay. Like my gear, you've got to keep in mind, like a lot of my gear is like, it's like not super good. Here's not good either. Carrying it's 5k plus overall. Is it that much? Your sabotage lost group on last boss though. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that boss does. Do you enjoy keys? I think I only like doing the keys whenever I'm talking to other people. Cause like I'm not thinking about how long it's taking. You know what I mean? Cause I'm distracted. Stormheim. Is this one bugged? No, it's High Mountain that's bugged. I'll go do this. Yeah, I might as well go do the Stormheim thing. I haven't done one of these in a long time. Securing Spirit does most damage. Top of the damage for Fury. That's nuts. Yeah, maybe I'll do that if I try to push in the last season. You gonna run something now? Yeah, I'm deciding what I want to do. Like if I want to do like more WoW or do Vaulton or what. I'm kind of just like not sure yet.
The guards trample my people every
I might
day.
just chill and play WoW.
Show them that we are capable of fighting back.
The Magistrix thugs are impeding Delene's efforts to distribute Arkwine. Find her in the canals and
You watching Lost Ark stream? No, I'm not going to. I really feel like I have to do MSQ tomorrow. I thought people spurged out. Like 100% people spurged out because I didn't play it. But I still felt bad for not playing it. So I plan on doing MSQ tomorrow. Oh, this guy's cool. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like I come at the game like as like a completionist type like gameplay guy, and like Max does like raiding super seriously, and like Yummy and Forky, they do like Mythic Plus super seriously. Like, to me, one thing I think that WoW needs to do is they need to have I actually think that WoW Arena is really good fundamentally. Like, if you strip down everything in the game and you say, like, the way that characters interact with other characters in WoW Arena, I think is fundamentally good. So I think that's a place where like WoW can grow, and I just wish that Blizzard believes in it as much as a lot of players did. Don't force yourself to play it. Well, I know that this is like some like heavily contested thing, but like I like playing Final Fantasy. I just also like doing other stuff too. Arena's losing players because it's getting more and more complex. Well, it's like, for example, if you inspect a player, like how many buffs do you really need to know that a player has? You only really need to know if they have their mounted buff or not. That's it. Like Battle Shout doesn't really matter. It's not actionable. So like, what I mean by actionable is like, if a warrior has Battle Shout or if they don't have Battle Shout, this will not change the way that you interact with the warrior. Except in a position of like giving them Battle Shout. He's like, Pewy, it's not going to gain new players due to its complexity. I think it can. I think WoW, I think one thing that's really good is that making it to where there's less activities that players have to do, and it's easier to get from like point A to point Z. UI needs huge overhaul. Yeah, I think so. I think if they had the Final Fantasy type UI, the game would instantly be a lot better. You did add-ons, you instantly alienate 50% of people. Yeah. Nothing compares to WoW's controls, responsiveness, and movement. Yeah, I think that's what I meant as like on a fundamental level. Like, for example, I think that at a fundamental level, Diablo Immortal is like a bad game. Just like the way that characters move and interact with other characters. And it's like New World is like a fundamentally bad game in that way too. Too lazy and stupid to do an add-on, too lazy and stupid to play Arena. Well, I think that's lazy and stupid. I think that they should absolutely make more add-ons baseline. Like, if there's an add-on that every player feels like they need to have, Blizzard should either break the add-on or add it into the UI. Like, it should be one or another. Like a Gladiator? I would go for Gladiator if I had a team. I don't have a team of people to play with. Here's some match. Yeah, but like I don't know what they're doing. Like I'll have to see. Cause like right now I'm only 2150. But bash Final Fantasy, I haven't played it, it's unjustified. I think a lot of people don't like Final Fantasy. I think that some of the combat, like I think the combat fundamentally in Final Fantasy is a little bit more off-putting than WoW's. Like I think WoW's combat is better than Final Fantasy's combat. It's like WoW's combat is much more fluid and responsive. Like Final Fantasy is one of those games where, like I've said this many times, that I think that the most important thing with the game is combat. Final Fantasy is one of the only exceptions where it's like combat is not ideal, but the game's still good. Raids in Final Fantasy are way better. You get the feel whenever you get a better feel when you press buttons. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Off GCD abilities aren't instant in Final Fantasy, it just feels weird. Yeah, it does. It's kind of weird to do Machinist, because like I've played Machinist a lot for Palace of the Dead, and like the way that it plays is, I don't think it's like super great. Like using off GCD abilities. When I start to enjoy the combat at level 90, maybe I will. But like there's a lot more weaving off GCDs. But like what I'm saying is that weaving off GCDs doesn't feel good. Because like for example, whenever you have that one buff from Machinist, I forgot what it's called. It's like heated up, or I don't remember. Like weaving to GCDs doesn't really feel super good. Hypercharge, yeah. Like I know that. Dark Knight weaving is good though. Yeah, it's alright. Dude, I remember whenever these came out, it was really fun. I guess like people don't really do these anymore. The problem is like some of the transmog is like so hard to get. I think that they need to go back and like I wish Blizzard would like consult with somebody like me that just farms transmog all the time and be like, okay, what are like really annoying items to farm that like we should fix, basically. Annoying items make them unique in a way. They do not. Yeah, but like having something be unique isn't good if the uniqueness is built off of frustration. Like I don't think something being unique is like a reason for it to be, like unique is not synonymous with good. There's a lot of things that are unique that aren't good. I wonder if I'll even get a queue for this. Oh, okay. Speak to for anything you know it. What do you mean? Like the game director, literally I had an interview with the game director like 2 months ago or a month ago. I mean, I think that I have a pretty good relationship with Blizzard overall. It's a month ago? It was more than a month ago, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I actually don't really think Blizzard hates me or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure that there are, like, employees that work at Blizzard that don't like me. Yeah, sure. But, like, does Blizzard hate me entirely? No.